Good evening. My name is Creighton Odom, and I'll be giving you a presentation on the profile of greatness. The subject of my profile was someone I really didn't like as a child. He seemed to take great pleasure in my torments and agonies. Let me tell you a little bit about this person. He's a former Marine Corps drill instructor, spent 2 years in Vietnam, also went in as a private, and eventually achieved the rank of gunny sergeant. After getting out, he worked 2 jobs and attended college, took care of a wife and 2 children. If you haven't guessed by now, that person is my father. George Herbert once said, "One father is more than 100 school teachers." The reason is because fathers teach us greatness, responsibility, self-control, and hard work. We'll talk about each one of these individually. But first, let's talk about responsibility. William Churchill said, "The price of greatness is responsibility." So already we are looking at how to be great in the first step that our fathers are teaching us. My father was a lot more practical. You're responsible for your actions. Everything you do, there's no excuses. My father made sure that we didn't get everything that we wanted, but we had everything we needed. And to me, that is responsibility in a nutshell. Self-control goes hand in hand with responsibility. Without self-control, responsibility has no action. Ralph Emerson once said, "No, he is not great that can alter matter, but who can alter my state of mind." Basically, you can bend steel with your hands, but if you have self-control of yourself, no one can change that. Again, my father was a lot more practical. If someone can cause you to lose control, then they control you. A prime example of this is when we went to the convenience store when I was younger, and a man tried to upset my father by using racial slurs. Instead of my father using his combat training and eliminating the problem, he spoke in Vietnamese, which completely confused the man, because how can a black man be speaking Vietnamese? Does he understand what I'm saying? Did he say thank you for it? And the guy was paralyzed. This taught me that your mind is the best weapon and best defense. Now, we have responsibility and self-control, but putting it all together, we need to apply it to something, and that's hard work. Joseph once said, "A man is a worker. If he is not that, then he is nothing." Again, my father is a lot more practical. Anything that you have that you worked for is worth having. Because if someone gave it to you for free, obviously they didn't want it, so why should you? My father worked every day of my life, except for the times that he had surgery, and then he was supposed to be laying down for 2 weeks, and he was only laying down for 4 days. So, with responsibility, self-control, and hard work, you have the cornerstones for greatness. Confucius said, "The father who does not teach his son his duties is equally with the son who is negligent of them." That means that the father never taught the son greatness. So if the son doesn't do anything, it's the father's fault. In closing, I would like to pose this question to you. Are you teaching your children to be great, or are you trying to be their friend? Because a lot of times my father was teaching me to be great, but he really didn't feel like my friend. Thank you for your